firstly, congratulations on the film. I watched it a few days ago, really enjoyed it. And it's called The Cleaner, but what I noticed is that the language from the characters wasn't the cleanest. So I'd like to know who, who had the most.
How long were you trying to think of that line for, that opening line?
I'll be honest, I was up all night trying to think about it.
Do you pick up girls in the same way? Do you pontificate the line that you're going to open with? That was brilliant.
I mean, Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so it might be perfect time.
Man, pontificate on the line for me. Pontificate on the line. I need a great pickup line for Valentine's Day. That was awesome.
But so out of all of your castmates, who had the most fun, pretty much swearing? Because I think I lost count of how many times people said the F word in that film.
You know what? I don't know. It's a tight competition because I think I don't recall anybody not swearing very much.
Yeah.
But I think I definitely added a few more F-bombs in there than most people. Like Simon, Simon the writer. He's such a talented guy, and he has such a way with words, and I think he definitely wrote something more eloquent than the F-bomb film, the F-bomb filled version of it that I ended up doing. And we definitely took some of the fucks away.
You guys have like a swear jar on set.
Pick one. Yeah, like you can use it here, you can use it there, but like pick one of them and then stick to
And so you've come off like playing a selfless hero as Sanji. Now you've come in to play this like vindictive villain. What was it like trying to shift into this character whilst coming off someone that's like completely the opposite?
Dude, I think like as maybe as biased as this is, because I'm always trying to understand people. I think everybody's a selfless hero in their mind. It's just a case of whether everybody else sees you like that or not. And it's, you may see yourself as a selfless hero and you may be wrong. It's hard to be. Sometimes it's easier to be objective. Sometimes it's easier to be objective about things than others. But I think in his mind, he has a very noble cause that he's fighting for. Has a very particular set of goals and a very particular set of villains in his head, and he's doing his best to do right by his word and what he set out to do. And I think vindictiveness is a trait that he has more so than something that he completely personifies.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Like, it's a crazy character, but like he's also very inconsistent at times. Like I think he's trying to figure himself out just as much as act on the things that he's said.
Like at first I was like, this guy's a bit relatable. He's a cleaner. He's got some jokes with him. I'm thinking, damn, he's got like a regular job like most people. So I'm trying to think, what were the first few jobs that you had that you didn't like? Were there any jobs that you didn't like?
I've been fired from every like regular job I've ever had. Yeah, I've never been able to hold down like a regular, just like a normal stable way of making a living. I used to make, my first job is I used to work at a surfboard factory. And the owner of the surfboard factory was that was a vindictive man. He was a villainous, vindictive man. I wonder if I'll ever see this. And he used to make a point of going to the bathroom and taking a dump before asking me to clean it. And he'd do that every day. And instead of Taz, he'd call me Spaz.
No.
He'd come out, he'd be like, Spaz, I just took a dump, go clean the toilet. And I'd go do exactly that. And then after that, I'd clean the machine room. And the machine room was this room filled with like white polyurethane dust. And it was like, I was shorter than I am now, because I was only like 15 at the time. And it was no joke, like the depth of my shoulder going in there. So I'd go in there with like ski goggles and like a mask and like a bandana wrapped around my face and gloves, and I would just shovel for hours trying to get this dust out. I hated that job. That job was horrible. That didn't last long.
I couldn't work that. I couldn't work that. And if you were to be in a hostage situation, what would be your survival plan?
Ooh, that's such a good question. Because I honestly believe I would be a nightmare if I was a hostage. I would, because I'm by nature, I'm such a little crafty. I'm just such a little crafty, annoying little animal. You know what I mean? Like I can't. It's really difficult to put a cage on me because I would just find a way to pick the lock or bend the bars or like tunnel my way out the bottom. My strategy, honestly, I think would be wait until they relax for a second and then put them in a rear naked choke. And if my hands are tied up, I don't know. I'd figure out a way to either cut it or slide my legs in front of me and hide it to the best of my ability and then use that to rear naked choke. I don't know. I'd put someone in a rear naked choke.
Sounds more like the person that's taking the people hostage. And so like transitioning from big Netflix IPs like One Piece to coming down to more grounded London-based films like Gassed Up and Cleaner. What was that like? Because I watched the London Film Festival.
Oh no, bro! Thank you.
We had to vote for the best audience award.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you, man. That's really kind.
Yeah, so
like going from grounded stuff, so from like a big Netflix show to kind of like something a little bit more
grounded London-based, like more to your roots.
Honestly, there wasn't that big of a. I guess like you're working in more practical instead of working on a pirate ship that they've built or a village that they've built where everything around you is make believe. You're kind of shooting on streets in London and there's like a sense of it being real and the sense that it's sort of any version of which any version that you choose to represent this story, it makes a very particular social comment. But I don't know. Honestly, it didn't feel. None of it feels that different because whether there's loads of money to make something or like just an adequate amount of money to make something. The amount of problems that come on the set are exactly the same. If anything, I'd say the amount of problems that come inherently with really big budget stuff is more actually than the low budget ones, because as soon as you have more money, you're trying to achieve more things, and the more you're trying to achieve, the more problems it comes with. I guess on an indie film, the biggest issues you come up against are like, I don't know, someone didn't show up, so you got to rewrite a scene. Or, you lost a location, you need to figure out how to make it work in another place. But at the end of the day, it's all problem solving. And I think, touch wood, I've been blessed to just have wonderful cast members on everything that I've done. And so it's always a blast to try and do something cool with a set of people that are cool. Okay,
what's your favorite action thriller film?
Oh, favorite action thriller film. Yeah, favorite action thriller film. Favorite action thriller. Damn, that's so specific. I don't know. Point Break doesn't count, does it?
No.
It does?
Yeah.
All right, Point Break. I love Point Break.
What's a favorite movie villain that you would have loved to have played?
The Joker.
The Joker. Perfect. And Taz, lovely speaking to you. Sorry about the laggy internet.
Nah, you're blessed. You're blessed. We made it through, man.
But yeah, congrats on everything. And can't wait for One Piece Season 2. And anything else that you work on as well. Keep on shining, man.
Have a good rest of your day, okay?
I loved your fitness challenge as well.
Appreciate it. You're a legend. Have a good day.